Okay, everyone, here is how to use NotebookLM. This is going to be part of every week of the class, so it's good to be able to get to learn about it the first week we're using it, which is actually the second week, but we're using this chapter 1. So I'm going to show you how to get into it. It's been a little tricky, so I want to do it step by step so that you don't have any questions. So the first thing, you're going to go into your class. Okay, and I'm going to view this as a student so I can see what you see. Okay, this is going to be happening in week 2. So we're starting week 2, and we're going to go into our NotebookLM, the Prepare, week 2 Prepare NotebookLM. Okay, so we're here. Click on this. We get in there, and okay, so this is really a cool AI tool. We really want you to use it. It has a lot of features that you're going to be really excited about, but to get into it initially, it takes a few steps. So just be patient. As we walk through this, I think it will be easier to tell if you just kind of watch the video. So the first thing you're going to need to do is you're going to need to upload download the chapter 1. So every week this chapter will be in the prepare section, the NotebookLM section. So you'll just download it. Okay, so just gonna download that. Okay, and I can see it going into my downloads. Kind of just depends on where you want to download yours. I just kept it in my downloads. Okay, so that is done. Okay, great. Now what I am going to need to do, oops, let me go back to our, back to our module. What now I'm going to need to do is, and I would bookmark this when you figure out where it's at. We're going to have to go and get into NotebookLM. It's actually a kind of a Google product. So we're going to go, and you've seen that I've kind of searched it several times. So here it is, Google NotebookLM. Now you can get into this using, if you look up in the corner here, you can see I'm on a Google account. This is my personal Google account. You can get into it using that, but you're going to want to have the most functionality, the most tools, and be able to do all the tools you're supposed to do for the course. You're going to want to use your BYU Google workspace. Now, a lot of you may not know that you have a BYUI workspace, but you do. So if you don't have an account, see, here's mine. It's my email at byui.edu. If you don't have that yet, there are directions back in the module where we're at on how to get that account. You have to add the account like you're adding a new account. You have to put in your BYU email, that email that has the first 3 letters of your last name, and then like your year, your matriculation year, and then 2 other numbers. So it's like a 6-digit code or 7-digit code at byui.edu. And then it will, if you put that email in, I know it's not a Google email, but that's okay because Google, BYU Idaho has a contract with the Google to use to make a Google space for everyone, and you get a lot of storage space too with it, so it's something you should do. Anyway, so I'm going to click on and get into my BYU account, and then I'm going to go to NotebookLM. Okay, it's going to take me there. Okay, that's exciting. Okay, so I'm going to click on NotebookLM, and where does that take me? All right, well, it takes me here. I'm already logged in, hopefully, but we're going to just click on this. We'll just say try NotebookLM. Oh, look, over here in the corner, it is in my personal account, so I don't want to do that. I want to make sure it's switched over because Google's used to me doing my personal account. I want to go to my BYU account. So you can see there it is, my BYU account. We can walk you through to how to get your Google account through BYU, but again, those instructions are in the module of how to sign up for that account. And you're going to use it throughout your years at BYU Idaho, so you might as well get used to it earlier. Okay. So I am going to, look, I've created other notebooks here. I've been doing stuff for this class. So, but you are going to see create new or create new, anything like that. So we can do create new notebook. And then I'm going to upload my file. Okay, so where was my file? Oh yeah, I remember I saved it in downloads. So I'm going to go to my downloads section right here and should have chapter 1 right there. So here I am with an untitled notebook. I can change the title to, and I can also add a source. Like if you want to add a source to the next week, you can also just do it like that, okay? You can retitle it to whatever you want to do to know that that's your notebook. Okay, and right here, look, it's the chat. That's the what you're supposed to be looking at. And every week, you're going to use the chat. You're going to use the audio overview, which is super cool. I'll show you that in a second. And you're going to do the quiz, because the quiz is what you're going to have to take a screenshot of and turn in. So, chat, audio overview, and quiz. That is the 3 things you have to use each week. Then you will be asked to use at least one of these different tools each week. So you'll just get kind of used to doing it. Now, you can use this this is what we're using in this class. We're using it as a guide for our textbook. So we're not going to be reading it straight out of the text. So we're going to be using this AI tool, NotebookLM, as a tool for us. So I want to show you the audio overview. Now, sometimes it takes a bit for this to generate. It is kind of a large file to do that. So if it's not generating very quickly, you can also go up to the refresh button, and that sometimes helps. So, okay, so when we get this audio generated, it's going to be really cool to listen to. And we will plug my computer in there. So it's generating the audio overview. And this is what you're going to do each week. So you should have like sources each week in your notebook. You should have all like chapter 1, chapter 2. It should list all those. So just a note that I am in my BYU Google Workspace account, and I can go over to my private account, but I'm not going to have all these functionalities, functional tools, because Google gives schools or education institutions a little more leeway with their tools, so they let them use them. So let's see if we can maybe get that done a little faster. Let's see if we maybe we can just look at a couple, like while we're waiting. Here's the quiz, and it will generate, like it'll come down here too to generate things down here. You can look and see. So I'm having it generate the quiz, generate the audio view, so that might take a little more time. I can collapse the panel if I need to. I could go back. So it's really not hard once you get used to doing it. But it just takes a little bit of time. So I'll just leave on that note while this quiz and the audio overview is generating. I'll just give you a quick synopsis. The audio overview is like a podcast. It sounds 2 people talking, and you can ask it questions and it will answer them. It's very intuitive. You'll really like it. And then the quiz, you can take this quiz as many times as you want and submit 100% quiz. I mean, there's no reason that you shouldn't submit 100% quiz. So here's the quiz based on, the book. After you read the chat or you listen to the audio overview, but you can, you know, this is 12 questions, usually about 10 to 12 questions. So, okay, well, then once you want to get back, let's say I want to, once I want to go back, you can kind of just squeeze it back. Let me see, let me go back, and then I think that's what you do is just go back. Yeah, you just click on that thing and then it goes back. And the audio view will be generating. But anyway, so that's how to get in to the NotebookLM. Sorry that it's been a little crazy for this first week, but I think everyone after watching this video will be able to do it. So let me know if you have questions, and I wish you guys the best of luck exploring this fun AI tool.